Bet.
Ready? You sure
Yep.
you got another yawn coming? You look tired. I was waiting to see how long you was gonna take to move because apparently you think I'm fucking dumb. Okay. So
The internet not working again. Ian. It's
yeah,
fucking up,
whatever.
man. You gotta figure it out.
Anyway,
All right.
what's going on, family? Welcome again to another episode of Love and Chaos. It's your boy Ian Christie,
And your main man, Kenyon Harris.
and today we gonna talk about support, family. A lot of
Mm,
people know the word support. Though nobody really know what support means. So
I
today we're
agree.
going to share with you uh, our definition of support, how we support others, how others support us.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
I love it. Let's go. Because you got to remember, too, man, not everybody actually has a genuine, real support system. So I think it's going to be also real important in this episode that you really pay attention because we're going to show you what real support is because not everyone's used to really having it. And we're going to show you what that look like. All right.
Definitely. If you go back episode 6,
Yeah.
it's called Being Alone and How to Get Over Someone. We spoke about the support system that we do have, and sometimes they're not always there, but we're going to talk about it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. You know, it's funny. So we talking to support, right? Like as we already know, I help a lot of different people, and so the newest person I've been helping recently, she went through a breakup, and pretty much her support system, right? She has her group of friends, which is probably the number one thing you need to have are like-minded individuals, or at least individuals who are not afraid to be real with you. That's actually more important because like-minded individuals doesn't mean that if your mind isn't in a situation where you're trying to check yourself and you need someone to like set you straight, you don't have that and you're someone who rather not face what's in front of you, and you have a support system that also doesn't face what's in front of you and rather tell you that you're good rather than being honest with you of what something it is that you need to fix. That's not a good support system. Support system keeps you on track.
Definitely. We can vouch for that 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like we said, if you go back to that episode, we have a list of friends that we actually stay close to: Ricardo,
Yeah.
David, Steven, Pedro, Daryl, Zeus,
Kevin.
Gavin, Romeo, everybody, Bianca, Victoria, all y'all family. We love y'all.
For
Appreciate
sure.
y'all. And 100%, I can tell y'all, guaranteed, they will call us out on our bullshit quick, fast. And like, we've had many people that came into contact with the group, thought they could hang with the group, then started hearing the truth about themselves and left. it's
Oh yeah.
especially we all understand it take a special kind of person to hang out with us.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
That one weakness that you share that day can be used against you in a joke that day.
Oh yeah. Multiple rapid fire ones at that. So if you not,
But
and the only way, truthfully, to go about that, you got to fix it. It's the only way to
yep,
get rid of it. Until you
that's it.
fix it, then that joke has no power over you. But when
Hmm.
you fix it, it's gone. There's no power. All
Yeah,
right. Now they got to figure out something else to do for the
yeah.
rest of their time. You want that. All right. There's a philosophy I actually live by. It's when someone critiques you so much to the point, you got to remember something. So long as you leave it where there's nothing to critique you on, no one can ever say anything to you. So
What's
let's.
one? What's one that the guys have joked on you about, guy?
Oh man.
I got one, but I don't know if you gonna be sensitive or not, so I'm not gonna say it.
I
So
mean,
go ahead.
listen. We just mentioned what we mentioned, so you might as well say it then. Go
No,
ahead.
it's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
No, no,
bro.
no. Go ahead, because I
All
don't
right,
know.
cool.
I don't know. Go ahead. You
When
tell me.
you already know your hairline.
Tell me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your hairline.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
see? That's a good. No, that's a good example because just like that hairline, you can't joke with me. My head bald. I'm
Yep.
bald now. Okay,
It
I
took a
shaved
while,
off.
family. It took a
You know what
while
I'm
for him to
saying?
cut that off. He didn't want to let it go.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
Trying to do mohawks. Then you get the little patch here and it doesn't fully grow. It's a whole thing. It's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But you can do something about it. That's the moral of the story. You can always do something about it. Okay?
Definitely.
Plain and simple. Yeah. It's a good one. What about you, man? What some people got on you, man? Give me one. Give me one.
I don't even know. Like, all right, so I've gotten so used to it that when they
Yeah.
say it, I don't even pay attention, honestly, because I know I got to fix it and I'll fix it right away.
All right, do it. What is it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
They already been fixed. Go ahead. What you got?
Nah, it ain't. Cause
You
you
have
big
to
as
know.
hell. You still big. It ain't changed. You ain't changed not one thing.
That ain't gonna
Not
change.
one
I've
thing.
been big since forever.
Goddamn. Good Lord. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So look, but acceptance is a good thing too, family. Okay? Accept the things you cannot change.
I
All right?
can't. Even at my smallest, I was big. I was playing handball every day, all day, and still big.
He's the biggest nimble person I ever met. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
That's right.
Like you would think he big. And he's like, oh, he's slow. He ain't gonna be able. Nah, son, he can get across that court real fast. I seen him hit it. I seen him hit the ball between his legs. Right, he ran to the back area, hit the ball between his legs, ripped his pants, and still was going.
That's
Okay,
right.
he's a
Sometimes the
dangerous
clothes got to
man
keep
right
up.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
You
the
know what I'm
clothes got to
saying?
keep up.
It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy. Don't sleep on this big man. This big man
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
You know
yo.
what I'm saying
I
it's crazy.
just big. I don't know why. It just won't go away, but it's all good.
But he
It
worked
keep.
on it. You see that? Even though he big, he ain't slow. He ain't fast. He ain't got none of them weaknesses big people got. All
Nah.
right. You know, some of the people like, oh man, it's too much. I gotta catch my breath. That's not him. That's
Nah.
not him. He might get hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He's
yeah.
sweaty, but that ain't gonna stop him from doing what he gotta do and win.
I get hot quick fast. Family, like in the wintertime, steam be coming off of me. I don't even know. It's crazy. But
Furnace of a blockhead he got, but that's a whole different story.
oh,
That's
that's
not
crazy.
important. You know what I'm saying? That's not
You see what
important.
I'm
Let's get
saying?
back into it though. But listen, back to the support. Okay. So one of the things that I felt was interesting, the conversation I had literally just last 2 days ago.
Mhm.
So we were recapping of the breakup, and she pretty much asked me, said, "Listen, why did I stay with this guy for so long? Right? This guy, I felt like he didn't fully appreciate me and what I brought to the table, um, and yet I still stuck through with him." And she even went to say that even I personally, she said, you even supported me staying in the relationship. She pretty much said that I supported her staying in the relationship, and she was kind of inquiring why. Right now, Ian, you give me your opinion after I give you the entire scope of the story, and you tell
All
me what you would have did if you did anything different. Right.
right.
So
You
this
gonna tell me
girl,
what you did after or before?
no, I'm gonna tell you what I did first, and then actually no, I'm gonna tell you the story. You give me what
Mhm.
you want, and I'll tell you what I did after you've given me your
All
opinion.
right, copy.
Okay. So here's the scenario. Right. Here's what happened. So she's only had one relationship, and it was a long distance relationship between being here in the United States and her actual home country. And that obviously did not last. And so technically, this relationship she just got out of is technically her realest relationship she's actually ever had,
The
other
long
than
distance one.
first. No, now this
Oh,
this
okay.
this current local one that she
Okay.
just got out of.
Hmm.
Right. So now the guy she met, they hit it off very well. It started to go really good. And there were little things that came into play as far as the gentleman having worries about finances. Um, Anytime she made certain jokes or said certain things that were like, I consider direct towards his character, he
Hmm.
was very defensive over,
Okay.
and he vocalized it in ways she felt was hurtful. However, when he did make mistakes,
Hmm.
he wasn't one to want to communicate those mistakes,
Okay.
but he would just immediately fix them. So when she was ready to have a conversation of something
Hmm.
she felt he should fix, he had fixed it already, which left her with, oh, I was going to tell you about that, but okay, it seems like you understand what you did.
Okay.
Right? And so they would go on the relationship like that, but it would bother her because she really wanted to at least establish the conversation. But he
Okay.
was fixing things without having the conversation. So he wasn't somebody who actually wanted to communicate. He just wanted to do her rather than talk about it. Right. So we fast forward. They're up and down as a relationship. They're doing well. They're kind of trying to learn each other based off their differences in background and how they grew up. And so we fast forward to the point now where their breakup ended with him pretty much breaking up with her, saying that she was a very mean person and it's kind of her fault why this doesn't work because she's too much of a mean person. And so her rebuttal to that was,
Hmm.
if I'm such a mean person and I have friends who are there for me, what does that make you who has no friends whatsoever and
Mm.
you're from this country? He proceeded to get upset. He said, "You see him talking about this is what I mean," and they broke up.
Okay.
Right. So her now going back to the question of why is it that despite that, and just before I finish it, let me go into some qualities that he had, right? He would fix things without being told to fix things. He is, for the most part, he was very sweet and loving when they were together.
What do you mean for the most part?
I say for the most part in the sense of there were moments where she was going through emotional moments and she
Hmm.
wanted him to be there with her.
Hmm.
And he was either in a situation where he was going through sort of like a move and a couple of changes in his life that he
Hmm.
was really worried about. And so by her wanting him to be there, it was like for him, like I got my own stuff. Like I can't really be
Hmm.
that emotional support for you right now, kind of a thing.
Okay.
So that's a lot of what would happen where I say that.
Okay.
But despite that, having the conversation, he would still end up showing up, even though he didn't want to. And he
Hmm.
verbalized that he didn't want to, but he would still show up. Last, um, he did make certain financial changes where he would then pay for dates rather than immediately just assuming that he was just going to split everything and always ask her to split her date, even if it wasn't spoken about at the very
Okay.
beginning. Right.
So
Um,
before that, he was always splitting the bill.
yeah. Yeah.
I,
Hmm. I know. I know. That's why I had to throw it out there. You know what I mean?
I'm
And then
taking I'm
you
taking
take a
notes.
note.
I'm taking
Yeah,
notes.
yeah. So you can bring your thing up, right? And then listen, as you formulate, let me know if I should go first if you need some more time to formulate. All
Nah,
right.
go ahead. You good?
All right. So then, and last but not least, he would, when he was upset, he definitely said hurtful things and brought up hurtful past stuff that they've talked about in
Okay.
that moment. Right. So, but he did have his own trauma, right? And that was one of the biggest things. His trauma was he had no circle, no friends. One
Hmm.
friend he did have, he burnt that bridge because a friend got an apartment that was more affordable, and that's when he just moved over to that apartment. So he ended up not having a roommate for long, like he originally agreed, and he took
Hmm.
it very, very bad, and said some hurtful things, which ended that friendship. And then, um, as far as women is concerned, he had this thing where women should just be or do or be supportive. So he downgraded the fact of her being supportive as not a big deal. It's something she should be as a person in a relationship.
Okay.
Third, he is the type of person where when it comes to very very big on feeling like he should always have sex at every point in time. If he
Only when
didn't
he
have
wants
it,
it, not when she is ready. Only for him.
correct, correct. So that was a hard transition that they had to deal with.
Did she transition him into not always getting it when he wanted it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's it.
yeah. Main focal point of his trauma is growing up, having sort of family who were quite okay, almost could say they were rich.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to be like them, so
Mm-hmm.
he went his own path, rejected all money, went through debt, stuff like that, to a point where got this mindset of always just doing things for himself. So it made him to a person where he just didn't really trust anybody to do anything for him. Everything had to be done by himself.
Okay.
And it
That's a
reflected.
real easy. That's a real slippery slope to get
Yeah.
into. I've been there. Both of us have been there.
Yeah.
We just recently got out of that, and that took a lot of practice. So I understand that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it.
That's it, man. What we got, brother?
All right, so he fixes his mistakes before she can say anything, which makes her not able to communicate. Up and down. Oh, that's another note that I'm gonna bring up in a second.
Okay.
Breakup was because she was mean. She says that she's mean. She says, "If I'm mean, how come I got friends and basically you ain't got none?" All right, cool. He's a fixer, sweet, but not always emotionally supportive. And if he does come around, he verbally complains about it, splits the bill, but started paying for the full bill after a while. Brings up the past during anger. He has trauma, baggage, no circle. Women are supposed to be just supportive. All right, copy. So, right?
One
Go
more
ahead.
thing.
Yep.
Her trauma is she is afraid of being left. So anytime he seems to be rocky, her insecurity kicks in and she starts saying things that would piss him off, and the idea of, why do you keep thinking I'm going to leave you off of small things that I say?
Okay. Well, all right, cool. So, you want me to answer this question like I would tell her, or you want me to answer it to you?
Like you tell her, it's
All right,
more
copy. Cool.
entertaining.
So, let's get it.
Yep.
All right. First point. All right. So, the fact that he fixes mistakes before she even gets to complain is a very good thing for on his part because of the fact that he can see and self evaluate and know like, oh damn, I fucked up. Let me fix that, and then he fixes it. The fact that she feels like she should have the ability to complain about it, even though it's already fixed, is a toxic trait on her part. Okay,
Correct.
if
Agree
it's
with
already been fixed, there's no real reason for you to complain about it. Like why? Like if for some reason, let's say the sink is dripping, and it's bothering you, and
you. Yeah.
then you like, all right, I'm gonna tell him that the sink is dripping and he need to fix it. And you go home and the sink ain't dripping. Why would you come to me and be like, yo, man, the sink was dripping and this and this, like, but it's already fixed. I fixed it.
Yep.
It just took me a little while to get the part. Now you just look like you complaining for no reason. So
Facts.
that's definitely a toxic trait. That if she has not worked on it, I hope you did tell her to work on it because that's bad. Cool. So that's one. No communication. There is no communication on his part because he constantly has built himself on being alone. I've been there. It's hard to break out of that circle. It also probably means that he did not trust her 100% to know his emotions.
Definitely.
And that point of that toxic trait makes it harder for him to communicate with
Yeah.
his thing. Not saying that, as I said, I'm not saying that him communicating is not communicating is okay.
Yeah.
It definitely is a bad thing. It's something that it has to be worked on from both streets at the same time. You guys got to meet in the middle.
Right.
Uh, you got to stop trying to have a conversation that is not needed, and he has to start nudging towards being able to communicate with you on a more consistent basis of what to say and all that stuff. Cool. Now, next thing is up and down the relationship. Don't like the fact that you said that. You said relationships have up and downs like normal relationships. If the relationships don't really always have to have up and downs. Family, if y'all up and down means that y'all arguing. If y'all arguing, ain't nobody hearing each other. That's why it's a down. If y'all have conversations, if your partner is mature enough to deal with hearing the truth,
Hmm.
then it's not an up and down. It's a neutral. You know what I'm saying? It's always up. Babe, let me talk to you. Sit down, y'all talk. Listen, this, and this is bothering me. I just wanted to let you know. I know it's already, I just didn't want it to blow up into something else. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tell you. And then you'll talk about it, get it out the way.
Yep.
You have to catch that in the early stage. Don't wait until it blows up into something big. If you complaining because your boyfriend, husband, whatever, leaves his boxers on the floor, don't wait until he starts leaving his boxers, pants, shirt, and tie on the floor. When he's leaving the boxers on the floor, tell him that, like, yo, can you put your boxers in the hamper? And then the clothes will be in the hamper. I'm saying?
Yep.
Cool.
Facts. Don't let it fester
Um,
into something
hmm?
untamable. Yep.
Well,
I said, no, you're right. Don't let it fester into something that you can't control no more. And you
yeah.
wonder what happened. It's your
Yeah,
fault.
like, yo, I've been throwing my clothes on the floor for like years. What the fuck? What happened?
I thought it was good. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I missed. Damn. Right. Might pick it up later.
hmm the breakup because she's mean. She is. She is mean, and not mean because she's a mean person, but mean because she says things on purpose. Well, not on purpose. She can't control her mouth. Like, just because you feel insecure about something does not mean that you should say something that you know is going to, irritate me. Because that's basically, it's so crazy. Like, we've helped a lot of people, and family. I don't understand what it is. I have no idea why it happens so often that people that have this thing about people leaving them say and do stuff when they feel like the person is leaving them that makes the person want to leave. I have no idea how that shit happens.
Makes you fear into a reality? Yes.
Yeah, like 100%.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if
Nah.
if you go ahead,
Yeah. No, listen, it's like that what's that thing where it's like it's one of those things where like if you knew the future
yeah,
and like something bad was going to happen and then you spend all your time trying to prevent it from happening just to find out that all the events you did to try and prevent it from happening are all the events that made it happen
yeah, like
first place.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know that when I come home, I'm tired or whatever, and I like sit down on the couch and chill, and you turned it into your head that I'm not spending time with you and I must want to leave you. So you do things to poke at me to make me like want to leave. Like, yo, I'm tired. I had a long day. I don't want to deal with this right now. Let me go somewhere. Oh my God, see, I told you was trying to leave. Look what you like what are you
Yeah.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
talk.
And
Yeah.
that's not only for ladies. Let's not get that
Oh,
twisted. Men
oh,
do the same thing.
1,000%.
Like, I don't know what's up, but something got to change because y'all
Yeah.
bugging.
Nah, you're right. Nah, you're right. Listen, and that's important. It's so important to check yourself.
Yeah,
And if you know that you got something where you have whatever traumas you've had in your life that reflecting your decisions and how you view things. Like if you're someone who's your first thought is to view something in a negative light,
yeah,
you have a problem. Okay. You either
100%.
have a different, yeah, okay, it's definitely a problem. You don't hear nobody having a problem who looks at everything in a positive way. There's never going to be a problem there. They're going to have a smile on their face. They're going to be living their life the best way they absolutely can, and
Hmm.
they go. Chances are they're going to be better at finding solutions to whatever problems to keep themselves smiling.
Yeah,
Someone who lives in that negative space, you are in negative space, and you do not come out from that. It doesn't
shit.
actually happen.
Shit, you heard, you know about my situation last night. You know.
Yeah, tell me what happened with that one.
Nah, nah,
Give
nah,
us an
that's not.
example of positive space. What happened? Come on,
That's not.
talk to us. Talk to your people. Talk to your family.
All right, cool.
Real quick, what that look like? Just curious.
All right, so y'all, family, y'all already know. I always have a positive mindset. You know, I always try to keep a smile on my face.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of y'all that watch this are religious, but I do believe that every time something good is going to happen, the devil always try to find a way to make something bad happen. It's balance. You know what I'm saying? The world runs off balance. If you have good outcomes, you got to have bad incoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not going to get too specific about it, but you know, my family is making a move and we're very excited about it. And of course, uh, my car all of a sudden breaks down out of nowhere for nothing. Like literally driving okay, pick my daughter up from Taekwondo on the way back home. Car just, I had a conference that I had to go to today for work and all that stuff. All I do is just rent the car, man. You're not gonna slow me down, bro. I gotta do what I gotta do. Like
Slay.
that's what it is. Just stay positive, because a lot of people, as soon as that would have happened, um, they would have
Would have
just
been
gave
over.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
That's
done.
it. It's my only way to get anywhere. I can't go nowhere else.
Yeah,
Got nothing.
if you doing something and everything is going right and nothing is going wrong, you're not doing the right thing.
Hmm.
If there's a lot of shit going wrong and a lot of difficulties coming your way, you doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in life.
I like that. I like
It's
that.
it's, it's ass backwards, 100%, unfair, 100%, bullshit, 100%. But if you keep pushing, it's you never know where it's gonna end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything. If you really think about it, family. Let me just little side note before I get back to these things. If
Yeah.
you really think about it, every single thing. The All right. There's a quote that I have that I love.
Okay.
I forgot who said it. Okay, but
It's
this
cool.
quote changed my life 100%.
Okay. What it is it?
And it's a crazy. It's crazy. So the quote is everything. Okay, I'm gonna say the exact quote. I was gonna interpret it, but the
Okay.
magic that you're seeking is on the other side of the work you don't want to do.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Love
quote.
it.
So what that means to me is that if you scared, terrified, your true happiness is on the other side of that fear. If you think about it, 99.9% of the world has this problem, man. Everyone is afraid of something that doesn't exist. Like, yeah, you're afraid of arachnophobia. All right, cool.
Hmm.
You're afraid of spiders,
Yeah.
but how you know that a spider is gonna come after you? You don't know. You just, know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's a whole thing. That's a medical thing. We're not gonna get into that because I don't want to disrespect nobody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
back
Let's get
to
back to it. What we got.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's get back to all right. But he has some good traits. He's a fixer. Oh wait, let me go back. She is mean because that is a low blow.
Hmm.
The fact that she said, "If I'm so mean, how come I got friends and you don't?" That's a low blow because the reason why he doesn't have friends is because he relies on himself. He doesn't trust people. The fact that he's in a relationship with you means that you're the person that he trusted, and now you just pushed him back into not trusting. Just to let you know. Cool. Sweet and always, but not always emotionally supportive. And when he doesn't want to, he verbally complains about it. That is bad on his part. If you're there to support someone emotionally, there's no reason for you to complain about the fact that you're being there because now all of a sudden you're just, they feel like they just bothered you.
Yeah.
Should never make your, it was a girlfriend, right? Should
Hmm.
never make your girlfriend or partner feel like you supporting them emotionally is a bother
Yep.
because that's something that means that they can't rely on you.
Yeah.
He has no circle because obviously he doesn't trust anybody. Split the bill, my man. but but that's
Family, I
his
think they're
girl.
cousins. All right.
That's his girl. That's his girl. He got to pay that bill every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he was splitting bills, but maybe he had a financial situation that made him
Yeah.
feel like he had to split the bill. But it's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, he did.
Yep.
Oh, cool. So women should just be supportive. That is true, but not true. As I said before, family, the relationship is 100%.
Yeah.
I forgot what episode I said that in. I think it was like in the second episode, something like that. But the relationship is 100%. You bring 50, she brings 50. And if that 100% cannot be met within the relationship, she can only give 10%, you got to give 90%. If you can only give 10%, she got to give 90%. Somewhere along the line, the relationship has to come up to 100%. If both of y'all can't give it and get it up to 100%, settle where it is and just try to give the best that you can give. But you need to be supportive to each other.
Yeah.
The woman being supportive is not only her responsibility. You have to support her as much as she supports you.
Yep.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. Okay. And that was the last. That was it, right? Oh, um, the fact that he always wanted sex, but you already answered that because basically she already fixed it. They had a communication, they had a conversation. I mean, right? Obviously, and that changed. All right, cool. So what did you tell her? That's my summation. My summation is yes, she is a mean person because that's a low
Yeah.
blow. They both don't know how to watch their mouth.
Facts.
They He fixes stuff. He trusted her. Now he not gonna trust her. Did they end up breaking up?
Yeah.
And it sounded
Yes.
like, were you telling her to stay in this relationship?
So her trauma, every time they weren't like they were in a weird place or the
Mm-hmm.
night didn't go right or she had an issue with something he did, her first thought was, I should just leave this guy. I should just leave this guy.
Oh, okay.
And it was just one of those things where it's like, he didn't really give you anything because you didn't, he just wanted you to split the bill. You want to leave because of that. Yeah. I don't need this. And it was like, no, that's not enough. Talk
Yeah,
to
that's
the
not
person,
enough.
have the
Okay.
conversation, and let's see what happens from there. Then we could talk about breaking up. But then she'd go before the conversation happened. He fixed it, so it was like, oh, okay. But
Okay.
we should still talk about it. No, we don't need to talk about it.
I'm gonna get
Let's
rid
go.
of. Let me get rid of one more
Go ahead.
myth or miscommunication or
Yeah,
stupid ass slogan or whatever. I don't know.
let's do
Whatever
it.
you got, y'all
Got
want to
it.
call it.
Yeah.
If you truly love something, you have to let it go. That's bullshit.
Mm,
The line should be: if you love something, let it go. But if you truly love something, fight for it. You know what I'm saying, but
yeah.
that's a little side note. So what do you tell her?
So when she asked that question on why I had her stay, I pretty much told her that when it comes to us and me being your support system, I am here to not only guide you, but tell you when you're trying to quit and when it actually makes sense to leave. I need you to know the difference, and you don't know the difference.
Hmm.
Every time there's an issue, you're ready to leave before you even have the conversation. And then when you've complained to say, oh my God, this is so hard doing these relationships, I have to remind you that one, you're very new at what a real relationship is. This is your first one. And two, you're saying something is hard to deal with, and it's hard to have a conversation with a person who you actually never had to have a conversation with. You have it easy. You've actually
Hmm.
done no work.
Mm.
So, this is why one of the reasons why you stayed. Another reason
Okay.
why I've prompted you to stay is because he has had plenty of potential and he's living up to that potential.
Hmm.
I would never keep you in somewhere who has potential but is not showing any drive or pushing towards reaching that potential.
Okay.
Right? If it was at a standstill, then yeah, it's done. We're at our ending point. But it's not the case. You're growing miscommunication or non-conversation you have, you're growing from it, both of you. Another thing that I had to point out to her was you have a situation, your trauma is you're afraid that the person's just going to up and leave you. And some of the ways in which you communicate or you react to things, like when you say, "Oh, do you even want to hang out with your girlfriend right now since you were mad yesterday?"
Yo, son.
When you say stuff like that, that's not you. You're giving in to that fear of him wanting to leave you. So you start
Yeah.
posing these little nuanced questions. So I told her this, every time you do this and you give into that fear, you're pushing this person away further.
Mm-hmm.
And I point this out to you see it so well that you begin to be able to stop it yourself.
Yeah. That's how it's
Because
supposed to work.
that's how it's
That's what.
supposed to work.
Yeah, that's what she needs. She needs a friend like you.
Yeah.
You should have put her in front of the guys. That she would have got ripped down real hard. But anyway,
Yeah. She ain't ready
but
for all that. She ain't
yeah,
ready
she
for
ain't
all
ready. Nah, she ain't ready. That's a tornado that she don't need.
that.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. But you're right. I'm glad that she had you there to tell her exactly what she was doing and pointing it
Yeah.
out. Like you, this is you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Okay.
know? And to end this off, the last bit that I told her was you're staying also for the main reason that you need to have a 100% understanding of what it means to actually fight for something you want, to not quit when things get hard for you, right? Because that's the only way you learn how to really fight for something. 3, while you're in this fight, you need to have a great understanding of how to better communicate when you're in these conversations where
Mm,
you're not saying things that are hurtful, but you're getting to the point where it's understood,
yeah.
right? So you're building your communication skills in real time. You're building your patience. You're building what it means to truly see what it is you really want in whoever your next person might be. If you don't define that, you're not going to find your next step and you're just going to repeat the same exact person with a different face. And that is, correct me if I'm wrong, the definition of insanity, Ian?
No, 100%. You got police coming after you?
I hope not, because I ain't pay my taxes.
Yo!
I don't want to be with Wesley Snipes. I'm good.
Oh, that's crazy.
Catch me.
You look like him. Anyway, um, so,
Listen, Blade was an amazing movie. I'll take the compliment. It's fine.
but it's all right. So, I'm glad that she had you there for support. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro. Good job, by the way, you Roberto too, man. It was great.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing you would say, honestly.
Changed a lot of words, but it was good though.
Family.
Yeah.
We got. I'm glad that this topic came up because you know what? On in our next episode, we do have a guest, another female guest coming on. Last episode, we had one. That was lovely. Thank you again for being with us. This guest is gonna come. We're gonna talk about red flags. We're gonna talk about manifestation. We're gonna
Mm.
talk about what was it again? Oh yeah, my favorite thing. We're gonna talk about petty deal breakers.
Ooh. You can get your own segment for the first time? That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about,
that's
man.
crazy.
You gonna get your own segment. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
ain't got no petty deal breakers.
Oh, you got
No, I don't.
Lord have mercy. Which you know what? We gonna wait for next episode for this. We ain't gonna even get into that. Go ahead, man. We'll close us out, man. Close us out.
Family, we love y'all. Reach out. You already know the number. But for those of y'all that forgot the number, which I don't know
Mhm.
why you would, but it's okay. 762-253-0813. Call us, talk to us, text us. We or somebody will answer the phone. We get you. We love you. Love and chaos. Peace.
Peace.